Hi guys, I am John Carrick, author of Legacy of a Mad Scientist and The Legend of Ashley Fox. Today we're looking at 100 Bullets, number 78 by Brian Azzarello and Eduardo Risso from Vertigo Comics, an imprint of Detective Comics. And this is the beginning of the end. This is still the beginning of the end. It's not even the middle of the end yet. We are still out in Juarez, Mexico. Benito, Branch, and Dizzy are all out under the hot sun digging with shovels. Usually when you have to do this, it's little shovels, just like Branch has. It's these little camping shovels, and it's a fucking pain in the ass. Also, we get a ton of Superman ads, at least 4. Superman Returns is on DVD November 28th. But this is ridiculous. I don't do this. I don't dig graves. Yo, none of us do. What you think he's thinking about, Diz? Same as us. Heh. That's gotta be Branch, right? With a little laugh. That's what you two puppets think? He's thinking the same as you? No, you're not thinking the same as him. Benito's never worked out before. Dizzy's a prison girl. The big hang up for me with this series is the training Dizzy had. How she was brainwashed. What was the institution? Where did it happen? What's the outfit? What's the Born Identity crew? Here we have a church and a hotel. Hola, amigo. Me and my friends want some rooms. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. $100. Here's 75. We just need 3. So that's Vic. One of us stays in the lobby in case we get a visitor. I'll take first shift. So, who's talking? Lono? Obviously, Lono's in his trench coat with no shirt on. Dirty flasher. A visitor? The man we came to find, Loop. Or a man looking for him. Or a man who might not know we're looking for him. Or nobody at all. Get some sleep. We'll head out at sunset. Jack? Yeah, I'll go down in a couple hours. Spell Vic. My man. Great art. Smooth. Look, Alex Ross says he hates crime fiction. I love crime fiction. Crime fiction is the best fiction. Jack could be Val Kilmer from Heat with the ponytail. Chris. They want you dead. They I can understand, Anwar, but no, Wylie. They as in them, and you as in all. The Trust decided the Minutemen are obsolete. I've been instructed to get rid of you. Get rid of? Retire. Retire? Please, Shepard. So he's remembering when he shot Anwar, I suppose? Because that's Shepard and Anwar in the same room having the conversation that he's remembering. But he's actually on a carousel. It looks like they're out here. That looks like Graves, not Anwar Madrid. And remember, he killed Rose, Anwar Madrid's daughter. I believe the word was eliminate. That doesn't sound like it comes with a gold watch. No, more along the lines of a lead tie pin. So what do you think, Wylie? We don't have a choice. I'm sorry my actions made it so. No, they didn't. Rose's death, just an excuse. Excuse me? You know what I mean. Graves is literally eating popcorn. You know, it's a meme, but there's a reason it's a meme. And the art, again, as good as it gets. As good as it gets. The deal, the Trust struck with the rest of the world. Well, that world's a lot smaller now. And the Trust is a lot bigger. We live by the original contract. If we don't, what are we? About to break it? You better mean the Minutemen's contract with the Trust. You can practically hear the music. I recently watched the Punisher series. About half of it. The first season. No again? No. Yes, in a way they won't expect. Agree? Hell yeah. Just because the Trust doesn't need the Minutemen anymore doesn't mean we're not needed, does it? It might. Wylie, I have reason to believe that Rose's move against Medici may have been orchestrated by another house. Anwar knew nothing about it. But his daughter's death certainly shifted his vote. Medici has been whispering for years that the Minutemen were an obsolete institution. I prefer they think of us as rogue. He's still chomping on the popcorn. What's the point? What's power without a power to crush it? Okay, Remy will be down. Jack, Cole, Lono might be a problem. Since when? Milo? Convince him. Victor? Convince him. Convince me. What do you need? You said there was a house pulling Rose's strings. No, a man. He pulls out photograph. If we die. So now, look, who do we know likes young girls? Young girls in the Trust. Augustus Medici, sleeping with Megan Dietrich, was probably sleeping with Rose Madrid, too. And it's interesting because Daddy Dietrich makes an appearance in this episode, I believe. So does he. Hey, bud. Vic, we good to go? Good? I'd say great. If it wasn't such a mindfuck you cooked up. Come on, it ain't. Just a bit of reckoning? He draws the chalk line. Kinda is a mindfuck, huh? A great one. Looking forward to it. How you think the boys are making out? Knowing them. Like quarterbacks on prom night. Bursting out of his britches. What a quaint way of putting Augustus's situation, Roland. You understand what I mean, Phil. I'm against all this. Definitely against what you've decided for the Minutemen. The Trust's vote wasn't unanimous. You sided with the majority. On your recommendation. I told you to do what's best for your house, for Dietrich. So I did. You going to hold that against me? Of course not. These old cars are beautiful. So there we go. What is this? Age of Empires. Double page spread for Christopher Reeves and the new Superman, Brendan Ruth. And Justice League Heroes. Lots of Superman. You're no fool, Roland. Never have been. You've always conducted the business of the Trust the right way. Until now, my voice carries weight, yet I remained silent in the debate. That was a mistake. Why then? Javier disagreed every step of the way. I didn't need to. I needed to see how far Augustus is willing to push this. Like you said, right out of his britches. What do you think the end game is? Impossible. Much as I like to think otherwise, it'll lead to our end. I agree. So I can count on the Minutemen? Now, okay, so they're heading into Atlantic City, and there's someone on the overpass. That someone is holding something, and it turns out that it's something he dropped. A cinder block, and it goes through the driver's face. The car swerves. These two guys are in the back. They start sliding around. Graves. The car smashes into the wall. The security gets out. That's brutal. Shot by Jack. Shot in the chest by Graves. No. So this is how Dietrich ended? Graves killed him? Same as Graves killed Simone? Same as Graves killed Daniel Perez with Cole? That was probably Remy on the overpass, right? Because who else would that be? No, that's Milo. That's Milo. Here we are back out in the desert. This is a great comic. This is a really good comic book. Keeps the pages turning. Look at all the buzzards. Wylie, we done. Yeah, almost. Fuck you. Why, Diz? That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Nah, more the nicest way I've ever said it. So, she said it. She meant it right there. Yeah, let me ask you something. Your dead husband and Santiago, my baby's name was Santiago. You miss him? Not as much as I used to. I still think about him. But other things I think about more, you know? Jack waking up back at the junk hotel, right? Where they're staying. That's good. You need to move on. Otherwise, it's fucking crippling. Jack comes down the stairs, that dude's asleep. Graves, giving me the opportunity to put their killers down, that helped. Huh. So despite the fact Graves planted a trigger in you so you'd shoot Shepard, you still have a soft spot for the old man? No, I want to kill him. So Jack busts into Lono's room. There's a gutter right there. Because he made you a killer? No. Because the motherfucker made me do something I wouldn't have done. Graves, motherfucker made you, Diz. Think about that. He made you from Jump Street. What are you fucking getting at? The end, baby. I told you I ain't your... He's leaning in to kiss her. They're out in front of the hotel. No truck. He does kiss her, but that's not Dizzy. That's Dizzy. Thanks. Wylie, I don't... What do you do that for? For me. Just for me. So, another Superman. Is that 5? It's a lot of Supermans. Shit. You strapped? They're over by the... Get one. Get two. Fuck. Dizzy, come on, girl. We got us a shitstorm about to pour on our... Hey, bud. So, all this smoke, and these two are still out by the graves. Graves. Thought you could use a friend. To be concluded. So Vic bailed on Lono and Jack and Loop to come out and help Wylie. That's cool. Ain't nothing over till it's over. 100 bullets, 78. All right, talk to you guys tomorrow.